Does God exist? Some scientists answer. Physics professor Ulrich J. Becker, of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, stated when commenting on the existence of God, "How can I exist without a creator? I'm not aware of any compelling answer ever given." Did this contradict his scientific views? The professor's thought-provoking answer was, "If you discovered how one wheel in the clock turns, you may speculate how the rest move, but you are not entitled to call this scientific, and better leave alone the question of who wound up the spring." Contrary to the opinion of some, many respected men of science do not rule out the idea of there being a God, a great mastermind behind the creation of the universe and man. Consider two more examples on this point. When mathematics professor John E. Fornes, of Princeton University, was asked for his thoughts on the existence of God, he replied, "I believe that there is a God, and that God brings structure to the universe on all levels, from elementary particles to living beings to superclusters of galaxies." Physics professor Henry Margina, of Yale University, said that he was convinced that the laws of nature were created by God, adding, "God created the universe out of nothing in an act, which also brought time into existence." He then noted that in the book The Mystery of Life's Origin, three scientists explain that a creator is a plausible explanation for life's origin. Supporting this view, astronomer Fred Hoyle has stated that believing the first cell originated by chance is like believing that a tornado ripping through a junkyard full of Boeing 747 airplane parts dismembered and in disarray could produce a 747. To these answers can be added the words of the Bible writer Paul, "God's invisible qualities are clearly seen from the world's creation onward, because they are perceived by the things made, even his eternal power and Godship." Romans 1:20. If you discovered how one wheel in the clock turns, you may speculate how the rest move, but you better leave alone the question of who wound up the spring. Yes, God really does exist. But what is his reason for allowing the world's present sorry state? What is his purpose for the earth? Can we know exactly who the true God is? God's purpose for the earth is discussed in the next article.